to doing training room a little bit here. I'll open up and see if we get anybody in the lobby, and then I have a bunch of stuff that I had gotten from Japan, and we'll go over all of that. It'll be fun. So
An opening! On the hunt! An opening! On the hunt! An opening! On the hunt!
Blanca. DJ.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a shame. What's going on with the economy is just crazy. It's terrible. You know, I'm happy it worked out for you. Yeah, that's nuts. That is absolutely crazy. That was interesting. Whoop. Did you get any games for it? Cyberpunk, God of War, Ragnarok, Spider-Man. Ooh. What's up, Calvin? How are you? What's going on here? story from a year ago. When I flew in last year, yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
Welcome.
Isn't Capcom Cup? They didn't let you on the flight? That was a different tournament. That was a different tournament. Yeah, yeah. They were overbooked. They oversold the tickets. Yeah, crazy, right? I know. Huh. 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 Really quick, short window. Oh boy. What's going on there? But if it's something very troubling, I bet there's a lot of people that can help you with it. Instead of just me. Oh man, that sounds like some sort of an ordinance thing. I don't know what the laws are over there. What's up? How are you? Yeah, I don't know what the laws are over there. Let's see, what else could be? Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Terry! Rising tackle! Are you okay? Rising tackle! Rising tackle! Are you okay? Rising tackle! Rising tackle! Are you okay? Rising tackle! Bingo! Rising tackle! Rising tackle! Rising tackle! Rising tackle! Power shot! Power shot! Rising tackle! Rising tackle! Power shot! Power shot! Rising tackle! Power shot! Rising tackle! Power shot! Top gear! Power shot!
The history, Meta, and Daigo. That'll be a lot of fun. What's up there? What's up there? What's up there? I'm excited. I think it's gonna be really good, and I think it'll be fun and entertaining, and I'm excited for both of them. I think it'll be really good. tennis there. Alright guys, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a room, and then we'll see how it goes and everything. We'll play for about an hour, and then I have a whole bunch of stuff from Japan I brought back, and we'll go over how everything was in Japan. So okay.
Online. Custom room.
All right. Give me 1 second there. One second. Okay. There it is. It was good. I had work today, and then came home and got ready for the collegiate matches, and that was really good. And it's been cold here. And the flowers came out, and some of them are all getting, I mean, not cold enough to get frostbite, but cold enough that they're getting like a little wilty, you know?
A new warrior
But it's
has
interesting.
entered the ring.
Well, Calvin got the other outfit on, that helps.
Stay out of my business.
Round one. Fight.
As expected.
Oh, that was nice.
Round two. Fight.
I forgot about that. You can stay down.
Final round. Fight.
was a good one.
Viper wins. Round one. Fight.
Execute! Cool your jets! See ya! Execute! Yeah! Easy! Feel the burn! Target! As expected. Eat it!
Round two. Fight.
This won't hurt.
That was nice.
Viper wins. Round one. Fight.
I gotta start doing an electric back.
Round two. Fight.
Thinking I can
Viper wins.
through it. Sounds good. I've been playing technically since 92, 91, but I started when Street Fighter 4 came out in 2009 competitively. Yeah, there's a lot of, actually, you know what, I probably should put Terra in there. I need to practice Terra too. Yeah, there are SNK characters in the game, and,
Terry.
they came over as, DLC characters, and they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. They bring a lot of variety to the game. They're good. No, you're very sweet. You're very
Round
sweet.
one. Fight.
I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm mainly a Vega main, and I've been playing Vega since I was really little,
A B+ for effort.
Round two.
and then I
Fight.
got Street Fighter 4, and had a great time. Had a great time playing that. And I did pretty well at it. At the end of Street Fighter 4, I was really holding my own with Vega in that game. And then Street Fighter 5 came out, and I played them in 5, and played on. I'm not sure. I think either she will or Rose will. And... Ooh. And,
You lack ferocity.
oh. And I think that, I can't wait to see how Ingrid's gonna be. Because a lot of us never really had access to Ingrid, right? And she's gonna be coming out, I think in June time, to be honest, because technically June is the end of springtime.
Round 2.
So they said late spring, so I think we have a good chance. Oh. That was a crazy interaction. Just switch sides real quickly there. Oh goodness. Savage Tiger. It's interesting to see how far Scott really crosses the screen with that. Oh, that was very close.
Decouple all living.
The internet, yeah. Internet can be a crazy thing for sure. I try to have, well, I mean, I have fiber optic, but I plug in, and for me, I notice even if the weather gets crazy, like if it's really storming hard, if it's raining, or if there is, if it's raining, or if there's a lot of snow, I'll notice my internet gets a little crazy too. Ingrid! Timeline stuff, absolutely, yes. So she has the ability to cross dimensions, and she's not considered a human, so it's really going to be neat. And I have a feeling she's going to act kind of like... Sorry.
How long do you intend to life?
I have a feeling she's going to act kind of like JP at a point. Where she's going to have to teleport. She'll have some projectile pressure. But she'll be able to sort of then... Also, they show her floating, like a flying float, like Dulcine. Yeah, she's going to be interesting. Wake up, Tiger Ruffles. Oh. Crouching jab.
Sagat wins.
Oh, yeah. What's up there?
Round 1.
You know, it's a funny thing. I'm in Pennsylvania, and literally where I work, on one side of the street they have fiber optic. On the other side of the street, because it's literally considered a different, like, zip code, they don't! It's crazy! I'm like, wait a minute here. What do you mean this side has fiber optic and that side doesn't? Because I have a friend that lives on the opposite side of the street, and he goes, we can't get it. And I'm like, it's right here. I mean, can't she just tap into this line? He said, no, because he can't get it. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. But it's interesting. But at some point in time, everybody, or it will be available everywhere. The only problem is it's just trying to keep up and get it everywhere. That's basically what it is. It's just going to take some time. Just like, I read that they're working on a speed train in California, and the speed train is going to work like the same speed trains in Japan. But the key is, the U.S. is huge, right? So I think they're trying to do this test speed train in California and see how it goes. But at the same time, it's insanely expensive. So for them to do this speed train, and they haven't even completed it yet. It's been a ton of money, but they're trying. So that gives me faith. Yeah. So we'll see. Ingrid, evil Chun-Li or evil or non-even Bison. Well, the interesting thing is that I think that I've been about 6 or 7 months ago, I saw a lot of interesting, I saw, yeah, Papa started with Flame Kick there. I saw a lot of interesting things going around of people saying about evil Sakura. Evil Sakura. I'm going, oh, you know, that would be interesting to see. Because Sakura technically, at one point in time, it was a joke. They said that she tapped into her Setsuna Hodo. But, oh, yeah. Yeah, you can definitely grab Viper out of the Focus Force. Wow. His reaction is right on it. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, there, that was smart. Whoop. Not cool. Ah, it's fine. That was smart.
Round 2.
But yeah, I think we have a lot of good things to look forward to. Definitely. Definitely with Ingrid, because like I said, a lot of us haven't experienced her. Plus the fact that there's so many characters in Street Fighter 6 now that have a lot of tools that we never even imagined. I mean, look at Alex. He has this little Prowler stance. You can branch into so many different options with Prowler. With Sagat here, we can branch into Tiger Nexus. We can branch into Savage Tiger. He has tons of different options, you know. So that's really important and cool because we didn't have anything. We didn't have any of that in the previous games, right? So it's cool. Yeah, that would be neat, right? The funny thing was, I sort of said, I bet Ingrid's gonna come into the timeline, but I thought she was gonna be coming into the timeline with G, and those two would be fighting against each other, you know? Because G's very strong too. Oh, our caster.
Thank you. Quick work. Eat it. Power charge.
Round 2. Fight.
Watch his level 2. characters is with all the modern combos, you get one normal, and then they auto-commit to a special move. So if you try to hit it just because you want the normal button, you can't because it commits to the auto special move, right? So it's like I have to be really careful with how I hit buttons because they'll do something so risky. And that's all of them too.
Too bad.
No, neutral here.
Round 2. Fight.
Thanks, bud.
Since I see that about Thor.
Professional like me ties up every move. You can stay down.
Are you okay? Buster Wolf!
That's nice.
Viper wins.
Ingrid,
Round 1.
what's up there?
Fight. Round 2. Fight.
You're in for a shock. Execute! Sword!
Oh, we got that one. That was close. That was good.
Round 1. Fight.
Cool your jets. See ya. Execute!
Whoa, wrong one. Must be negative after that.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, God.
Viper wins.
His fierce punch is pretty short too. That was good. Oh, we got a bison there. Yeah, I had work today. And then I helped with commentary for
Elena.
the collegiate there. It was a lot of fun. Bison and Ryu switching roles. Good and evil. Yeah, that's definitely possible for sure. I think so.
Round one. Fight.
Good games. Hey, do you want to play Elena?
Oh, thanks. Nice fight.
Round two.
Missed it. Watch it later.
Fight.
Watch what? Calvin, you want to play my Elena? Because I have a lot more experience with her than he does. You run up early there. Okay? Oh,
Final round. Fight!
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know what you were talking about there. Yeah, oops. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I was on with another commentator. His name is Luca. That was a close one.
Elena wins! Round one. Fight!
Oh, shocking. Oh, I couldn't get it. That was good.
Round two. Fight!
Oh, that's nice.
No, you. Final round. Fight!
I used to be better. I got tendinitis in my hands when Street Fighter V came out, so my execution isn't as good as it used to be, but I'm okay. That was a good game.
A new warrior has entered the ring! Round one. Fight!
Loosen up.
You're done.
Again, you're falling for it again. Oh, no neutral jump.
Round 2. Fight.
Cool your jets.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, bad read. Oh, right past her. Oh my goodness.
Don't panic.
Viper. Round 1. Fight.
Up you go. No sweat.
As expected.
Round 2. Fight.
Tiger!
That was good. I tried to do drive right shield right there. That was nice.
Couple all limiters.
You're close.
Viper win. Round 1. Fight.
Hey, over here.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, huh. like 10%. That's crazy.
Eat it.
Easy.
Eat it. Damn it.
I always go in with a hit, and then I hit throw, and then I get hit by that thing.
Fight!
Sleep tight. Execute. Eat it. Eat it on target. Playtime's over. Eat it. You're in
Ah, that was
for
a good game.
a shot.
Good game. Very nice. Good game there. Kid Cosmic. Ooh. That's broken. I'm awful. Nah, I don't know about that. She's alright. I wish that for modern they would take off the 20%,
Blanca!
you know? Because then, you know what I mean? People that can't do all the drive rush cancels and everything else, you still get the regular, you still get, you still get the regular, I want to say, well, I mean, like, make it 10%. You know what I mean? You still get somewhat regular damage, but 20 is, you have to almost hope you start a combo with a Fierce before you go into your levels because, you know, it really adds up.
Round one.
It adds up.
Fight! Round two. Fight! Round. Fight.
Yep. That was a close one there.
Round one. Fight.
All the moves. It's just different. You know, to be honest, it's just a different way of thinking. Nice.
Got you!
Round two. Fight.
See, that was a new adjustment. There was a trade, so the Blanca can disappear. When the trade happened, Blanca can't keep the ball going anymore, so it's different now.
Fight. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Final round. Fight.
That was crazy there. I was trying to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, wow. Good games there. Very nice. Okay, so what we're going to do is, good games. We're going to, go over, we're going to put this on. And then we're going to... Oh, thank you. Very fun. Those were good games there. Those were fun. We're going to go over the stuff from Japan, right? So that'll be fun. So we'll put this on. If anybody wants to join the room, please feel free. We'll put you guys on. We're going to go over, you know, what it was like and all the stuff I brought back and everything else, and you know, fun things from the trip. So I went to Capcom Cup, and I got a very inexpensive ticket, and the ticket went from the U.S. to Seattle. I think it went, yes, to Seattle. And then we went to Taipei. And I had a 13-hour layover in Taipei, and I asked the workers, the airline workers, I said, hey, can I meet up with some buddies here and go around the city and everything and then come back? And they said, well, if you do, we have to deport from the plane. And then you have to take it with you. And then you have to come back, recheck it, and then we have to go through the whole visa process. And they said, to be honest, it's just better to stay in the airport. I said, okay. So I stayed in the airport and hung around and like took a nap and everything. And then landed in Japan. So Capcom Cup was going on, and I was able to get a you know what I mean, like a talent pass and talent organizer pass down to the player room. And the player room is basically the room that it's a massive room, okay? And it's it's a big rectangle, okay? And it has a big division in it, but the division is a removable wall. And on the one side, it's nothing but PCs. And the opposite side is two buffets going across one wall and across the other, and the buffets are exactly the same. So it's water, green tea in the green tea prepackaged bottles, the ones without sugar in them, coffee, and some pop, and then there would be about 10 or 15 metal heated containers or chilled containers. So it would be like cold cuts, curry chicken, a beef dish, maybe a curry or sauteed chicken, some type of chilled sushi type of thing, chicken fingers, french fries, stuff like that. And they would all be laid out like that. And then at the very end would be, cookies or some sort of jello or something. And it would be the exact same thing going down the one wall and then perpendicular. Now, in the center of this area were tables. And the tables were for the leads of a lot of the different countries. And they were the Capcom leads of those countries, and they were doing social media for the players of their countries that were there and representing their regions, right? So then they would take photos, and they would then take the photos, and they would edit them, and come up with a cool caption, and then they would put it up, and then it would go on to Capcom Fighters, or Capcom Fighters Europe, Capcom Fighters Asia, stuff like that. And then it was very customized for our area. And then on the opposite side, like we said, were all the computers and a player warm-up whole area. That whole area was also, and both areas were filled with folding chairs. So then you could sit in a folding chair, wherever. But in the very front of the player area was a large screen TV, and it had a live feed of the competition. So then whoever wasn't practicing or doing social media, you could sit there, hang out, and watch the matches. So then everybody would be sitting there watching matches. So I have a little photo here and there, but at the same time I'm trying to protect everybody's privacy. And it was a little difficult because we also had access to the arena, and every time that I was like trying to film something or take a picture of something, it was going through my head. Technically, you can't put up anything that is too much, because then it could be a copyright issue. So what I would do is I would take my camera and my phone, and then I would show it, and then whenever I would get to this stage, I have like a little Blanca Chan keychain, but it looks like this. And then I put it, this is my little brace. So then I put them up, and then I'd go like this. Oh, you guys can't see. And then as soon as I would reach the stage, I'd go and put up the Blanca chant. And then I would go around it again, so you know you couldn't really see what was going on the Jumpatron, but it worked out. It worked out pretty well. I got some good things out and everything, and
Bison wins.
there were some different areas that you could sit in the arena, and because of the pass that I had, and I was very lucky to, we were extremely fortunate to have it. Extremely lucky to have the pass. I had access to everywhere. I was very lucky. So, in the stadium itself, the stadium, when you look at it, looks like a massive octagon. Okay? It looks almost like you're looking at the Pentagon, right? But when you're inside, the very center is a square. And then as it goes out, it starts to go, and they try to round it, right? Which is why it looks like an octagon. The stage is uplifted in the center like a square. And then as you go out, there's one row of folding chairs. And in those chairs, sitting on the chairs are production. And then some people, they let them sit in chairs as long as you're not in the way is the key. And then behind that were seats, but they're stadium seats. And from what I can remember, the first seats were 3 people wide, but they were flat. And they were giant cushions. And there was a metal railing going around each of them. And you could sit on one cushion, and somebody else could sit on the other cushion. And you have to sit basically like with your knees crossed. And you sit technically on the ground, but you're sitting on a cushion. And that's the traditional seats for a sumo stadium. And then you take your shoes off. So you take your shoes off, and then you're in this little seating area, and you're sitting on the ground. And then the next level then becomes the stadium seating that we're used to, right? So it's like an actual fold-down chair, and you're sitting there, and then there's quite a few levels of that. So that was going on, and then in the very back were like booths where there was water and this tea that did not have any like sugar in it. And you could, if you were able to, you could sit at one of the booths and hang out and talk with your buddies and have a water or a tea, you know. And it was very, very neat. And I ended up packing my Jury outfit and my Cammy outfit and my Terry outfit. And then there was a day or two where I just didn't wear an outfit. Now the new Jury motorcycle is there from Suzuki, and it's a Heibishi, and it's not purple, turquoise, and white. It's white, yellow, and a little bit of turquoise. It's a different color mod, and it's very, very pretty. I got some photos with that. And the Suzuki man, he's funny because I had met him last year when I had my, this is a funny story, I had my Terry Bogard outfit on, and I took a picture on the bike, and they helped retweet it and everything, and people really liked it. They really, really liked that picture, and it could be too because Terry, you know, was also on a motorcycle, and there were some funny clips of him being on a motorcycle, and people really, really liked the picture. So I went to the Suzuki spot for Evo in Las Vegas, and he recognized me. He's like, "Hey," because you're the Terry person. I was like, "Oh," and we talked a little bit, and then I took some other pictures on the bike, and then I went in, and he's like, "Hey, how are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm good," and we talked a little bit, and I took some more pictures on the bike, and he's a really nice guy, so that was a very fun thing. They had a whole bunch of these little gacha machines where you could get little Blanca Chans again, but you could also get the rest of the cast, but they looked a little different, right? It was like a different series. And as I was there, I was dressed up in my jury costume, and this young lady comes up to me and she goes, "Ooh," she says, "I got something for you." I was like, "What?" And she said, "Here." She says, "Do you want this?" She goes, "I'll trade you a coin for it for a different thing in the machine." I said, "Sure," and it was a little jury doll. I was like, "Oh, you're so sweet," so we took a picture, and she was a massive Blas fan. She says, "I like Blas a lot." She had a t-shirt with a God on it that said Blas, and her nails said Blas. I said, "Oh, man." So, I tweet out, and tweet back with Blas a little bit, and I said, "Oh, because I knew if I included him in on the tweet that he'd definitely see it, and then he'd like it, and then she'd be real happy." So I tweeted him, and I said, "Man," I was like, there's this young lady here, and she's the biggest Blas fan, and look at her nails," and he thought it was the coolest thing, which was very good. She loved it. And there was a snack area that had pop and tea, water, popcorn, and all kinds of just different types of snacks. And you could bring snacks into the stadium just as long as you kept everything clean. Everybody was really good with that. There was a whole area where people could take different Street Fighter paper and draw photos, and then that's when you would watch the stream, and you'd see people holding these papers with these hand-drawn pictures. And then what would happen is they would either get collected, a lot of them would either get collected, or they would be turned in, and then the players would get them and be able to take them home, which was very, very nice. And the matches were absolutely unbelievable, and it was just really stellar. Sahara did an amazing job. And then afterwards, it would usually end depending around 9 or 10 at night. And there, around 9 or 10, that's when things are starting to close. So, sometimes you would go out in a group. Sometimes everybody was just like, you could tell, like everybody's kind of tired, and then we, would just sort of go and get something at 7-Elevens have a lot of easy to grab things to eat, and then you go and just basically go to your hotel room and relax, because the next day starts early, and you want to make sure that you're there. So when it was nighttime, when I first landed, the first thing that I ended up doing was I went to the room, and then I went and last time I was walking to this arcade that closes at 1 a.m. and Japan's very safe, or at least this area of Tokyo is safe, right? So last year I went and I walked. It was around, I hate to say it was around like 11 or midnight to this arcade last year. And as I was walking there, I came across the gates that had Fujin and Rajan at them. And I thought, oh my gosh, I was like, this is the neatest thing. It was totally by accident I happened to come across this. So this time, you know, the plane got me back. I got on the train and made it to the hotel, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back. So I went, and I was like, and I walked the exact same way, and I walked past the shrine and everything, and then I went to the arcade for a little bit and hung out, and then came back, and then it was time to go. Well, what time to sleep? Clearly, and then it was the tournament. Another day. A lot of it after the tournament was just either you hang out with some people and it's like a little bit more of a relaxing hangout, and then you just eat and go to sleep, you know? But, one morning I got up early and then I went to, I'm trying to remember the name of the area. I went to the area, Harajuku, I think is what it is, where everybody's wearing all the frilly, you know, clothes and everything, and I went there for a little bit, and then, and on that same train is also the area where a stopover is the anime capital right there. So I stopped at that one for a little bit, and then I went to, the area that is where the big electronics, and then it's the largest crosswalk in the world. I went there, and then would make it to Capcom Cup. Then I would just go and you know, I would just take my stuff back to the room real quick and just head to Capcom Cup, or I'd put my cosplay on and head Capcom Cup. One morning I woke up early and there was a park, right? A park. Okay, so this is where some cool things. There was a park right near the stadium, and I, you know, was there last year too, and then I figured, you know what, this year what I'm going to do is take some photos and everything. But this time, I got a massive selfie stick. This selfie stick can go 25 feet out. It's huge, and it's made out of steel. You can use it as a baton if you really wanted to. So I brought this massive selfie stick that like folds up to being about a foot, and I would put my camera on a timer, and I took a whole bunch of pictures, and there's this really nice pond and all kinds of really picturesque areas. I took a bunch of photos, and when I was there, there's an area where you can make donations. So here, I'll get my little bag out. Here. So I went and I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, it was good. It was very nice. So here, do you see this little guy? Really look at him. Real close.
Cry for mercy.
So at this temple, and it's old, they have these little goblin guys, and they help protect the temple. And when I went and made a donation, you know, of course I saw these little guys, and I said, hey, you give a donation and then you get one of these. So I let him pick out which one. I mean, I knew which little goblin guy I wanted, but then I let him pick the shape, and he picked this one for me. But really look at this and tell me who you see.
Round 2. Fight.
It's Firebrand. It looks just like Firebrand. it's a dragon gargoyle that sits on top of this temple, and he has one big horn coming out of the center of his head, and his ears come up like this, and then his mouth is down, and he scares away all the evil things. Isn't that interesting? I thought that was just the neatest thing. And then the information on them is on the book. And this is old. This is history here. So I just thought that was the neatest thing. I said, oh man, I have to get this. And he sits on the corner of the temple and scares away all the bad thing. You know, and I thought that was so interesting because in Ghosts and Goblins, he's in Ghosts and Goblins, and wait 1 second, just make sure.
Unremarkable.
Yeah. So he's in Ghosts and Goblins, and maybe he's trying to protect everybody from Arthur the whole time. Could be. You never know, but so I thought that was the neatest thing. So I got him. I'm keeping them. I'm gonna keep it all in this just to keep it nice. But yeah, so I got that, and then I ended up getting, when I went to Harajuku, there was a pop-up shop that was a Mr. Men, and I got Little Miss Sunshine. I buy goofy stuff. So I was like, here's Little Miss Sunshine. She's so cute. Now, they had the Little Miss Sunshines in this massive Hello Kitty store. And there was a cafe at the very top, and I went to the cafe and got a sundae. But I got this little Miss Sunshine. And then the No Motion guys were there, so I got some pictures with the No Motion, and you know they do a lot of great stuff. Especially they're comedians and they dress up in cosplay, so it was really nice to see them. They're really good guys. And so then when I was flying in, I landed in Taipei. So when I was there, I got a little coin bag. So I got a coin bag. And then I got I might have put it on my bag. I got a pin, but I don't know where. I got a pin, but I don't know where it went. I got a tassel tag here, and then oh wait, no, that's not it. And then I got this, I got a pen. Oops. I got this pen. And then I got, this was on the plane. And it's, the flight was a Starlux flight from Seattle over to Taipei. And here they have like a little toothbrush and like an eye mask, you know, and things like that. And I just thought that was real nice, so I kept it real nice. everything, and that was a real nice airline. And what happens is this: the ticket that I ended up getting was a ticket, so these airlines are going, hey, we want to fill these seats, so they're just trying to grab everybody to try to fill the seats. I got very lucky that they just randomly happened to put me on this one. And then I ended up getting this. Now this you put on the back of your cell phone, and it holds credit cards, and it's from the Taipei museum store, that is, right? And it is a painting of a tiger from the Qing Dynasty. So, but what I was going to do was make it a bookmark. So, yeah, so I got that. And then back in Japan, so then I ended up, where the gates were that had food and lodging is a really large shopping area. So then I ended up getting a little tiny plate, and then I got a little tiny shot glass that matches that. So I thought that was a really neat little thing, and then it goes like this. It's nice. They're both made out of China, so they're real pretty. And when you feel them, they actually feel like they have they're bumpy.
It's time to train.
So it's really neat. They did a really good job with this. And then
Jamie wins.
so then the tournament is going through, and I was really lucky. I ended up I knew that I wasn't going to have time to go back to my room and change, so I packed the dress and shoes and everything because I had my jury outfit on for the final day. So when everything ended, and we were very, very, very lucky because a group of us were, and mind you, the player room is down at the bottom, okay? I mean, and when I say the bottom, you go down a flight of stairs, and then that's the room. And then internally, there's a walkway that goes all through the bottom of the building. So we would be in the player room, and then we were able to walk this walkway and then enter the ground floor where the stage was. And they let us, because production wasn't full in all of the seats, so they let us sit in the seats on the side for Street Fighter League and for finals, the regular Capcom Cup finals. And we were able to sort of cheer and yelp advice and stuff like that, and it was really nice. And it was quick. When that ended, I ran and changed as fast as I could, and they gave us bands for a party that was in the room that all of the computers and the media room was, right? Because remember, it was one big rectangular room. And they had it set up, and then the area where they had food along the wall, they basically put another layout of food there, and then they had some drinks and everything, and some music, and a lot of the Capcom employees were there, and they were all, basically chatting, and then there was a speech from the president, and they, went over a lot of different things. And it was really nice. And it was about, I'm gonna say the party was probably about an hour and a half. And then everybody could get, you know, get something to eat. Like, it was like hors d'oeuvres, right? So everybody could get something to eat, something to drink, and then you just go and you mingle with everybody. It was really nice. And you get to talk to a whole bunch of different people, and it was very cool. Then the next day, I had one day, and then I was flying back. So I ended up booking a tour to Mount Fuji, and it was, I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty inexpensive. So if you got the tour, and it was just a tour, right, with a bus ride, with a bus ride and a regular train ride back, it was maybe $60. But if you got the tour with the bus ride and you took the speed train back, which would take like 2-3 hours faster, the speed train was $60. So it was like $120. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it, and I'm going to get the $120 one, and then that way I get back in a lot of time, and then I can pack up real well, and then I can head out. So I got up early because I think the bus left at 8. And then we all just get on a bus, and it's one of those, you know, like scenic buses, and it was packed. The area that we were going to meet up was just lines and lines and lines of people that had gotten their reservation tickets, and then they, you know, there's numbers on your ticket on your phone, and then you just line up, and then you get on the bus and pick a seat, and then that's it. You're off. And then there were a bunch of stops along the way. And each of the stops, you know, we were allowed to get off and then take some photos and walk around a little bit and see what's going on. So, one of them was a stop that had this natural spring and a lot of these really cool, beautiful, like, wooden huts. And if you would drink from where they had the spring come out, they said that it would add 10 years to your life, you know. So there was all kinds of tons of people there, and then we were all drinking this water, splashing it everywhere, and it was a little chillier than I thought it was going to be, but it was nice. It was probably about 40, and ended up getting back on the bus. And then the next stop was another stop that was like a little bit of a hut kind of thing with huts and everything, and there was a lunch there. And it was a ninja school. And there were people there like teaching people how to throw stars and stuff like that, and there was a temple there, and I took some photos. And then we had to get back on the bus. And then we started to go up. And the person that was the teacher on the bus told us that when guns first started to come out, they needed to get they needed to make the gunpowder. So they ended up trying to mine for sulfur. And the samurais were basically trying to mine for sulfur, and then the people in the town were mining for sulfur, and everybody was mining for sulfur to try to get gunpowder for these rifles, right? And it's very, very interesting because there's a lot of stories about people dying in the woods and the fear of the woods, and, you know, the woods are going to kill you and everything else. And even in Tekkit, there's a lot of stages where it's emphasis on, you know, this woods, but sort of like in a scary way, right? And so everybody would go and they would try to dig for this sulfur, right? The problem with sulfur is that it's very toxic. And then you breathe it in, and it smells like rotted eggs, right? And you die. And but nobody knew that back then. They just thought, okay, we need this material, and it'll be okay. You go to the woods, and you try to get this material, and then all of a sudden you get really sick. All of a sudden, you get really sick and pass away. And I think that's where a lot of those stories are coming from. So, at some point, they said that everybody was figuring out that the sulfur was somehow playing a role in killing mass amounts of people, because then it was getting into the air and people were breathing it in further away and they were getting sick too. So they stopped. But then years and years and years passed, they needed the gunpowder again. They went out and started to dig up the gunpowder, and everybody started to get real sick again. It was very interesting to hear the teacher letting us know and his history on all of this. And we went on this really cool cable car up and got to take photos. Now, a lot of it was, unfortunately, was very cloudy. But I got to take some cool photos and everything, and it smelled very egg-like. It was very eggy, and there were all kinds of touristy shops for you to buy things there too. So I ended up getting a goofy little thing. I ended up getting this little dog. It's a little Sanrio dog, and it has my birthday on it, August 31st, so I got him. I thought he was cute, so I got him, and then I got this pin, oops, and it says I went, whoops, on a level of Mount Fuji, and then I got another pin that basically says the same thing, but it's just different. And then that was basically. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. So after that, and we went down the cable car. There was a boat, and then there were people from tons of buses on this boat, and we all went around this river, basically in a big circle, and we were on it for about an hour. And then you could go outside the boat, inside the boat, and take a bunch of pictures and videos and things like that. And we did that, and then from that point, then we got back on the bus, and it took us to the train station, and then a lot of us took the express train back. And then I made it back, and then that was it. I packed up all my stuff, and then I went and visited. I was all packed. And I got all my stuff down to the front desk, but I had my exploring clothes on, so I ran out to the Sonoi Temple again, and I ran around there, and then I came back and put on my airplane clothes, and then I grabbed my bag from the front desk, shoved it in the bag, and then went back. Now, from Japan, I went to Seoul, South Korea. And when I was there, I got this pin. This is South Korea. Because I was in South Korea. Just joking. I had a 13-hour layover there too. And they said, hey, it is 10 o'clock at night and you are flying out at like 10 a.m. You're staying in the airport. I said, okay. They said, we're not taking your bag off the plane and doing this and doing that and whatever. I said, all right, so I stayed in the airport and just hung out in the airport, which is okay, It's just too much. You have to take your bags off the plane and deboard them, and then they have to go through all this process of getting the bag, and then I have to go through customs and all kinds of stuff, and then go walk around, and then everything's basically closed. And then at that point, then I have to come back and go through customs, try to check the bag in again. So I just stayed in the airport. But it was very nice. It was very, very nice, and then I ended up flying to, I think, Seattle again, and then I went to New York, and then back to PA. So that was the whole trip, but it was very nice. It was very nice, and yeah, and it was a really good time. And the competition was unbelievable, and it was very interesting to see how, you know, the competition is a big deal, and how the stress affects everybody is also very interesting, because it's not just for some people. I'm in a new area, and you know, the time zone differences, and you know, food differences, and you know, you're not sleeping in your bed, and everything. But the pressure of all of that, and just in general, it sort of adds up. And then you could see it in different people in different ways. And it was interesting, you know, obviously it's interesting from a competitive standpoint. But overall, you know, had a really good time with friends, and we had a lot of fun doing different things, and it was good. It worked out really well. And I got another one of those waffle things that has like a really thin layer of chocolate in it, and vanilla ice cream that Big Bird's talking about. And those are very good. The funny thing about that is, the ice cream, ironically, it's really inexpensive. But for the amount that you get, it's like huge. You could eat that whole thing. You could eat it as a meal itself. It's literally big enough to be a meal. And the thing is if you don't have a freezer, you have to eat it because the waffle's gonna get all mushy, you know? So it's like you have to finish it. It's really good. Yeah. Yeah, they're good. They're really good. You know what? I saw one somewhere, and it looked like it was a green tea version. And I thought, ooh, I have to get this. And then I forgot and didn't get it. But it looked really good. The other thing that I got was one of those mochi, the real tacky, soft, pliable, chewy candy or cookie. But man, I got that. And then they have these things there that I really like, that they're really dangerous. It's a bread, and the bread is it's like a regular French bread, where it's crusty on the outside, and the inside is very airy, right? And it's not sweet at all. It's kind of like salty almost. But ironically, what they do is they split it like a hot dog bun, and then they take a very sugary icing, like the kind of icing that you would make roses out of on a birthday cake. And they take it and they lay it all inside this hot dog bun. It is the best. Oh my god, I love those things. And I said, I saw some. I said, I'm not starting that up. So I didn't do it. There was a sort of like a little mini Korean barbecue grill there that we go to. It was real good, and you know, different restaurants and stuff like that. And then I would go to the McDonald's, and I love going to McDonald's and seeing all the different things and how things are different, how they taste different. and they have a Fanta melon pop, which is just real tasty. And real tasty, and then you can get ice cream in it, which is even better. It's outrageous. Yeah, it's good. Oh no, she's made of rice. I didn't know that. That's really stupid. Teriyaki places in Chicago, Starch, and Beat It with the Hammer. I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. That's very cool. That's very cool. Yeah.
Round 2.
Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah, it was really, it was really neat, and I thought, well, I knew that I had one day, that was a full day of just anything, and then what I did was I just looked online real quick and said, hey, is there a tour that I can take that, ideally would be a Mount Fuji tour, but I can do it in one day, so then I don't have to commit a whole bunch of days and then miss anything either. And then I just happened to find that bus tour, and it was really nice. And they just let they let you do a lot of different things, and the price wasn't that crazy. And I got a sticker. Look at that. Now it's official. I got a sticker and a pin. That's it. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was very nice. Yeah, it was very nice. Very, very cool. And the weather basically... Oh, man. Sorry about that. The weather basically made it the whole entire time. So, during Capcom Cup, the weather would be bright and sunny, but crisp. Right? And then the day that was for Mount Fuji, it was a little overcast, but windy and a little bit of drizzling, a little bit of rain. Sometimes in the evenings, it would sort of like rain a little bit or drizzle, but it wasn't anything outrageous. Takoyaki. What's that? Is that... No, I'm thinking of Moshi. I definitely had that. Takoyaki. I don't know what that is. Let me look it up. Yeah, that's everything in my bag. And boy, that stadium was just electric. People just having the time of their lives, so much life and excitement, and people just so excited. It's just really, really neat. Street vendor foods. Fried dough ball. Oh, with bits of octopus. No, I haven't. No, I haven't had that. Yeah, I haven't had that. But it sounds interesting. I've had octopus before. So it sounds like Hush Puppy, but with octopus in it, right? Yeah.
JP. Round 1. Fight.
Yeah, neat things to try. I had something that was interesting. There was, and this was at the venue. So in a little clear, wrapped individual size was a cracker. And the cracker was just like maybe white flour. But the outside it had a glaze on it that was like a clear orange. It had some sesame seeds on it. And the taste of this glaze was a little kind of like sour. and it had big grainy chunks like of rock candy. It was rock sugar, crystally sugar. It was very interesting. I thought, man, this is just the neat. It was very, you could eat one and go, I'm okay with this. You didn't really want to eat two, you know, but it was very different and it was tasty. Yeah, it was good. Takoyaki rock. That's cute. I like that. That's neat. There was a lot of, the things that I saw there that were very popular were strawberries and grapes on a stick covered with melted sugar candy to make it look like glass. Grapes. There were spots where it was come in and look and either maybe have a tea or pet whatever these animals are. So some of them were miniature pigs, some of them were otters, and some of them were miniature pigs, otters, like fluffy dogs, and that was pretty much it. Miniature pigs, otters, and fluffy dogs. Yeah. Interesting, right? Different. And then for the Hello Kitty Cafe, you ordered through your cell phone. So you just scan the menu and then you order there, and then they just come out and they bring you whatever it is, and then the next thing you know, when you're done, you go up to the front desk and pay. Yeah, it was neat. It was really neat.
M. Bison wins.
Oh, and then down the street in that area, I heard all of these like little motors going. I'm going, what the heck? And the next thing you know, there were like 10 little golf carts, but they were golf carts that were not bumper cars, but they were like bumper cars. And then everybody was dressed up in Mario clothes. And they were just driving these things around the city. I couldn't believe it. I said, wow, that's the craziest thing. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, it was neat. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, it was very interesting. But lots of fun things going on, and the majority of everybody, when the event was done, they went home the next day. They went home on Monday, and I ended up getting there right when the event was starting, and then I ended up taking the last day, or my last day, that Monday off, and then flying back on Tuesday. So it was very fun. Go-karts, that's it. Yeah, go-karts. Right? Yeah, you drive it on the street. But I think they were all in a certain lane. And I think everybody kind of knew to keep your eyes open for these guys. And, because they were selling that experience. And everybody was pretty aware of, get ready, there's gonna be these little go-karts and people dressed up in funny costumes doing it. Yeah. Very interesting. Who would have thought, right? Yeah, it was very fun. $30. Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good.
You'll excuse me. If you'll allow it. Step aside.
Ooh.
Here.
We were talking about it, yeah. Yeah. I think like big cities, it's popular. Real popular, you can see it.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh. Yeah, it was nice. It was real nice. And the one thing I noticed with a lot of the ladies, the majority of girls, ladies, they all had their nails done, but they had their nails done, like some of them were like mid-length, some of them were very, very short, you know, my nails, I can't do a lot because they'll break off, right? So I have to have mine shorter to do different things that I have to do, or they just will never survive. They had little short ones and they had mid-length ones, but everybody's nails had hearts on them and crystals and little bows and all kinds of stuff. I mean, just tons and tons of things. It was neat. It was really neat to see. Because a lot of that's over here too, but a lot of the nails are a lot, like, not a lot longer, but they are longer. But the lengths over there were a little bit shorter, but it was all charms all over the nails. It was neat. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Oh, connection. There we go. Oh, nails that can hit 2 buttons at once, that'd be crazy. You know what, I mean, I bet technically you could. You could probably take a nail and then branch it from the side and then do it that way. I don't know how long it would last, but that'd be pretty cool. Oh,
Round 2. Fight.
Hey, they got an extra finger. Yeah, that's right. What's up with that extra hand there? That's wild.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright guys, so I hope you had a wonderful time. We are going to head out here, but yeah, Capcom Cup was a lot of fun, and very fun times with friends, and just the event itself it was amazing. And then in addition to that, the mountain was really neat to see also, so that was very special. That's something fun to do. I hope you guys had a great time.
Final round. Fight.
Break through. Here. Now observe. Here.
Hitboxes. Oh, yeah. With two buttons at the same time. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, good mapping.
You won't escape. Care to hear how
You
this
could probably,
ends in ruin?
do you know the key is just... I used a bunch of websites to look up
Round one.
cheap flight. I've used a bunch of websites to look up cheap flight. And then all you do is just... Ooh, little trade. And all you do is you just keep up on the websites and everything, and then just see, because there will be times, you know, ideally, when the prices will start to change, and then you can start getting an idea of how low they're going to go, or if they're going to stay, you know, or continue to get higher. But yeah, you just got to keep your eye on different, you know, Google Flights, Expedia, Kayak, and
Keep to yourself.
those are the main ones. And then just keep checking like every day. And then if you see a really good deal, try to get it. But then unfortunately, you just have to look at the layovers. Sometimes for the really cheap ones, the layovers are just really intense. I mean, they're really something. I think this one had the longest layover, but it was a decent, you know, it was a decent deal. But at least they let you just sleep in the airport, you know, and you're safe there, which is a good thing. So it all works out. It all works out. All right, guys, we're gonna head out here. I hope you had a wonderful time. Oh, we were playing for about 2 hours, and then I was talking about Japan for about 30 minutes there. So. Use hitbox. That's cool. Yeah, they sell really good games. Hitbox is a good company. They sell good stuff. Alright guys, I hope you guys had a wonderful time, and thank you so much for tuning in. Good games. Bye everybody, and try Alex. He's a lot of fun. People are getting a lot of mileage out of him. If you like higher execution characters, you know, you have to really plan your setups and everything from the Prowler stance. Check him out, and he is a lot of fun. And hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. I will see you guys all later. Oh, shout outs to Collegiate FGC. We had a wonderful match today with the students and everything, and I was able to commentate that. So thank you guys so much for that. I hope you guys have a good day tomorrow. We'll see you. Bye.